What's up, guys? Forrest Griffin here, and you're watching #SmarterHustle with Anthony Baxter.
If you're wondering what that was an app that I stumbled across about 7 days ago called Cameo. Now, if you haven't heard of Cameo, it's an app where you can pay B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z class celebrities to actually endorse or share a message, right? So I had a little bit of fun with this app. We've got Forrest Griffin, the UFC Hall of Famer, as you've just seen, do a shout out. Yes, it's sad, I had to pay $45 US for that, worth every dollar. So I had a bit of fun. Let's check out the other video that we did.
Anthony Baxter, this is Jeremiah Bitsui. I appreciate you being a fan of our work, the work we do. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. The question you had was the Breaking Bad movie and what is coming soon. I actually don't know very much about it, so I hope that doesn't spoil anything. Thank you and shout out to Anthony Baxter. Hope everything is well. Keep watching our show, Better Call Saul.
So Jeremiah from Breaking Bad was not keen to spill the beans on the up-and-coming Breaking Bad movie, which was a little bit unfortunate. Quite a political response there, Jeremiah. Thank you nonetheless. And then we also thought we'd give Perez Hilton a go. So let's check that one out.
Sam, it is Perez Hilton, and I am coming over to give you a big high five in person. Oh, I just need your address. But if I don't make it in person, I just want to congratulate you.
So Perez Hilton was $27.99, which we paid Perez Hilton in US dollars for a shout out to my friend Sam Tong. Went down pretty well. But as you can see, this is a crazy concept, right? I couldn't believe what I was seeing, like B, C, D class celebrities that are literally giving up their time to go into selfie mode on their phone and do a personalized video for you. So if you're interested in having a look, it's a good old laugh. Head over to Cameo. You can download the app on iOS or Android, or head over to cameo.com. Check out some of the videos, it's a lot of fun. So I'm super excited to be jumping into episode 5 or is it 6? I think it's 5. Episode 5 of the SmarterHustle show. It's going to be really funny to look back and see how these shows have evolved and developed. We've got a new member to the show starting in 3 weeks' time. They're going to be with me every single week helping with video creation, which is not one of my fortes, I'll admit. But it's been super exciting to deliver some content and put myself out there, and I've got some great feedback from you guys, so I hope I'm hitting the nail on the head. If you have any questions, all you have to do is #SmarterHustle, and we'll get to answering those questions for you. So let's jump into some of our questions for today's show.
Dan Wood from Facebook asks, as a new digital startup, what are your tips for our initial growth across multiple social platforms?
Well, Dan, thanks for your question. Really appreciate it. I think you should do a couple of things here, especially if you're just jumping into the social media space and starting from a standstill. Depending on what your budget looks like, of course, content is always going to be the winner and the variable to your success. So creating high quality content and documenting your journey, whether that's being the digital marketing manager for this company, the amazing clients that you're helping, showcasing their case studies. So many agencies in our space, they're really good at telling people how good they are, not so good at showing people how good they are. So rather than say how great you are, this is what we can do for our clients, etc., start to get the voice of your customers and start documenting that through social media. Good example, maybe you create an interview style show, a 60-second clip where you interview each customer that you work with. You ask them a bunch of questions and ask them, how was the journey with working with your company and your agency? Get that on camera. I think social proof really sells, right? It just cuts through all the bullshit. So use social proof, get that content out on all the appropriate social media channels. So don't just hedge the bet against Facebook or go all in on Instagram. First of all, you're in a B2B space, so you should be on Facebook, Instagram, and 100% on LinkedIn. LinkedIn right now has the strongest organic reach than any other social media platform. I've been on LinkedIn since basically when they started. I think I was like 18 years old, so just over 10 years. And I signed up to LinkedIn. I took a photo. I was in an oversized blazer working at a call center, and I put my photo up. And right back then, it was like a CV sort of website where people would put their information on their LinkedIn profile. They would upload their CV, get the all-star stamp. Fantastic. And recruiters could use LinkedIn to find, people that are looking for opportunities, and vice versa. Right now, LinkedIn has evolved so much since 10 years ago. It's a platform now where people are sharing ideas. They're really collaborating and working together. So if you're in the B2B space, LinkedIn is where you need to be. I would double down there, but don't go all in on one platform either. Use tools like Hootsuite, where you can schedule out your content across all platforms. Of course, create platform-specific content that's nuanced to the platform. LinkedIn, fantastic. You can go video, you can go image, you can create articles. Articles are fantastic for LinkedIn. Facebook, you've got a lot of freedom. And of course, Instagram, short and snappy, to the point, under 60 seconds of video, and highly visual, appealing images as well. So I'd recommend getting across those 3 social media channels. Document what you're doing rather than just creating stuff that you think's valuable, which might not be valuable. And also teach people, add value. Add value like what I'm doing right now. I'm adding value. I know my craft. I've been doing digital marketing for 8 years, and I've got a thing or two to share with you. So you've probably got the same. Do the same thing. Start adding and creating value-driven content and share that with your audience. Lastly as well, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, at this current time, they are highly underpriced. It's ridiculous. We've been doing tests in the Instagram story space, and the conversion levels for a younger demographic between 18 to say 35, if your customer lives in that market, Instagram story ads are ridiculous. We've seen cost per click against Facebook ads of about a quarter, and conversions of the tests that we've run across some of our clients and also our internal marketing have been over 200% the conversion rate of Facebook. But I think Facebook and Instagram ads are highly underpriced right now. So, if you do have some budget, start to put budget behind some of the content that you're creating. Target the micro niche that you're speaking to, so get really granular. With LinkedIn, you can start to push your articles, your value-driven content, your position of authority content to the specific decision maker. So I would constantly target whoever is the decision maker that holds the dollars, holds the checkbook, and target those people on LinkedIn. Yes, the cost per click is going to be a lot higher than Facebook and Instagram, but the targeting ability for that job title, when paired with the right content strategy, can be really amazing. So if you have budget, double down on those areas. If you don't have budget, quickly go and find a way to get some budget before you miss out on this golden opportunity.
Hey Anthony, thanks for taking my question to your Smart Hustle show. It's Rocky. We help businesses to market themselves with video. So my question for the show today is, what are your thoughts about using message DMs versus cold calling when hunting for new business? And would you recommend either one more than the other? I look forward to hearing your answer, and have a great day.
Thanks, Rocky. So I think you need to play to your strengths, right? Going back to Firefly, I started this agency literally making hundreds of cold calls every single day. I think cold calls these days are probably, not the best strategy in terms of building your business. Don't get me wrong, some people are amazing on the phone. They've got the gift of the gab, they can navigate through questions and really take people down a journey. And some of my best salespeople have been closers on the phone. But if you're doing your due diligence and research before that phone call, you're gonna have a far better success rate. You're gonna have a far better compelling story. So I'm not a big fan of cold calls, which is more of a spray and pray approach. Rather, I would like a more informed, research-driven call where you've done your homework, you're speaking to the right person, so you've used social media tools to find who that person is. You've done your homework, so you know what state they're in, whether you're if you're trying to sell video content, you've had a look at their video, YouTube channel, website, they're not in that space, but they've got an amazing story and they could be there. Well, having that information and having that ready for that conversation on the phone is going to put you in a far better position straight away. So, not a fan of a cold call, big fan of a warm call, if you want to call it that. DM, again, huge opportunity in the space. Not only on Instagram, but also LinkedIn as well, right? So both are the same sort of platforms when it comes to DM. Reaching out to someone in particular, sharing the specific problem that you've identified in their business, tailoring that message, spending the time to actually write a well-informed message rather than like this copy and paste approach. There's just far too many bots going around setting automated messages through Instagram and LinkedIn. Like, it's really starting to piss me off. Every third message on my LinkedIn, and I have hundreds, every third message is, hey, my name's XYZ. I saw that your XYZ name from XYZ company. I've got this XYZ product. I think it's amazing. Would you like to buy it? It's just ridiculous. Like, you don't sell on the first interaction. It's not what you do. It's not a great way to build rapport. You're going to turn me off straight away, and I won't ever reply to people that do that. And that's probably the same with everyone else out there, because the spam that's going on LinkedIn right now is sort of getting out of control. So it'll be interesting to see what LinkedIn does to protect their messenger platform. And similar to Instagram, bots have been around for a very long time, right? People have automated this approach, sending out messages to buy likes, followers, to buy products or services, whatever it is, and it just doesn't work, and you're going to burn a lot of people through that process. So if you do go down the DM route, I think it's an amazing strategy. I think you should play towards your strengths. If you're an amazing salesperson on the phone, you've got the gift of the gab, maybe you gravitate to the phone, or maybe you have a joint strategy where you use the DM to invite them onto the phone. Now, if you're rubbish on the phone, you can't string words together, or you've just been to the dentist like Nikki from Firefly today and she couldn't take my phone call, then DM is probably the place to go, where you can start building that relationship, having an actual conversation, adding value to them, and then potentially inviting them to a meeting, a chat, or getting them on a trial product or service for your business. So, did I answer your question? Probably not. My answer is play to your strengths, and both can be an amazing channel to grow your business. But they're one strategy, they're one tactic. It shouldn't just be your cornerstone, it shouldn't be your silver bullet. You need to be doing a lot of other things as well amongst those activities. Thanks, Rocky. Thank you so much for watching the show. As per usual, if you have any questions, just hashtag SmarterHustle with your question. We can't wait to answer those questions. Next week, we're going to be interviewing some exciting people. I'm flying to New Zealand, and we're going to be doing a couple of shows at the Beehive and Smells Farm. I'm also going to be documenting a conference where I'm speaking in front of 300 people in the fitness space, which is super exciting. And there's many more interesting and exciting pieces of content to come. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button if you love this content, and we'll see you next time on the Smarter Hustle.